Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about PLARIUM's official statement regarding if you guys know the player Taylor Swift or Tswift, which is, let me just head over to arena. They should probably be in the top of the arena. Okay, so there's just new updates. I won't be checking much on those right now. I'm sure there's many other YouTubers. We're going to talk about a very serious topic. So I would like to talk about this person right here, and what has happened and everything. So there has been a lot of talk. By the way, don't shoot the messenger, okay? I'm just the messenger, so don't hurt me. I have nothing to say about this, or I leave my opinions away from anything. I'm objective, okay? So I don't want any drama for myself. I'm just going to be sharing my opinions and sharing the news and all that stuff. So please don't hate me. So okay. So there has been a lot of talk about this player or this account. They have a streamer account called rtz or something, rtz187. I actually didn't know that Tswift was rtz187 a while ago, but I figured it out now, I suppose. And there has been a lot of players trying to get this player banned because there has been a lot of women coming forth accusing Tswift of bad things to their bodies, if you understand what I mean. And there has been a lot of pictures taken of this player's connections to from rtz to a real name. I'm not going to release the real name, but if you want to look more into it, I'm sure there is players, or if you go over to Manible's channel, or if you go over to any other channel, you may be able to find their name. But regardless of that, so yeah, there's been a lot of people trying to connect Tswift to that real person's name. And of course, there's a lot of proof, there's a lot of pictures there, it's very convincing. And it's probably true, let's be honest. But there are no, like, what could you call it? Like, definitive proof, in the sense that you can't really connect a real person on an account without having to breach some privacy laws. The company has to do that themselves, and I'm sure there's a lot of legal problems in doing that. So there's no way to definitively prove it. But let's talk. We're skipping ahead a little bit, regardless. So I asked PLARIUM. I sent them pictures and stuff because people urged me to, and I understand. I of course like justice. I want justice, and I've just been very objective. I've not been like biased in a way. I've just shared what I've seen, and I've stayed objective. I haven't said like that I'm very passionate about. I don't know. I don't want to be biased, and like, in case for whatever reason, if they're not guilty or whatever, I don't want to be a person who gets someone in like big trouble. Like, if this game is a big part of your life. But regardless, I'm objective, and it may very well be true, but there's a lot of people being innocent people being judged. Even though here there's a lot of proof, it may very well be true. But regardless, I'm just objective. So I asked PLARIUM, and they gave an official response over the actions they'll take on Taylor Swift. So I will be talking about. I will be talking about their. I will say their response word by word. And again, I'm just the messenger, so let me talk about the response they had. So this is the response. This is their official response to this entire thing, and I don't think it will be changed, unfortunately. But yeah, let's talk about it. So they're saying, we are obviously appalled by what we've been shown and don't take these accusations lightly. With respect to the accusations regarding this individual that pertain in the game, we have diligently looked into the matter over the past couple of weeks. And yes, it's true. By the way, I'm cutting out of that. It is true. It was a good while since I've sent these pictures, so they have really been looking like it's taken a while. And I have found no actions. Okay, I will continue now. And have found no actions taken attributed to this account that would be in violation of our terms of use or found to be illegal. With respect to the actions outside of our game, parentheses, including non-sexual criminal history or accusations, parentheses A end. It is not within our authority or remit to investigate these claims or act upon them. The existence of a criminal history alone does not preclude someone from being able to use our products. Regarding the most concerning claim of sexual assault, this is a very, very serious matter and would indeed constitute a breach of our terms of use, because in the terms of use, if you have done something like that, you're not allowed to use the product. This rule exists because we strongly believe that we have a responsibility to keep our community a safe place to stay, a safe place to play and interact. However, to date, we have not yet been presented with any conclusive evidence of criminal conviction pertaining this matter. So every picture that people has been sending around through Instagram and everything has not been enough to connect. And even it's just not been enough to say that much. And I don't know if people found more evidence and more convincing pictures and more things linking to that specific crime, maybe. But anyway, I'm objective. But yeah, if someone has that, well, I suppose they can share it around and it will spread quickly, I would imagine. Furthermore, without the ability to definitely connect this person's online account to their actual identity, there is nothing further that we can do at this time regarding any accusations about their actions outside of the game. Ensuring that the player community as a whole can have confidence that all will be treated equally and consistently in line with the rules is our first priority. We strongly recommend that any claims of criminal wrongdoing are reported to and handled by law enforcement or relevant authorities. If any new evidence comes to light regarding game activities, we will of course look into it at the utmost diligence. Statement end. So that's the response that PLARIUM gave to everyone trying to take this person, I suppose, to be banned and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the response. And I am objective, but I actually responded to them because I said I understand that companies are not able to just ban because if a company can never, without I think breaching some kind of law, find out exactly who someone are, to be able to ban them. And I don't think PLARIUM, as they're a large company, any large companies, they're not willing to break any laws, privacy laws or whatever, or something like that, in order to ban someone, even though that someone may have done some very terrible things. They're not breaking the law, because if they're breaking the law, then they will get in trouble, and so on and so forth. So they're just not risking it, essentially. And I understand breaking the law to bring justice is interesting. You know, there's a lot of superhero TV shows like Arrow, like many TV shows which is covering that as being like a vigilante and stuff. And in real life, unfortunately, potentially having to break the law to find out someone's identity is not something, especially a large company can do. They can probably get into a lot of trouble for that, I would imagine. Any individual would also get into a lot of trouble with that. So yeah, they're just not risking it. But so I understand why they are not doing anything, even though it is unfortunate that some very, very bad people are allowed to play this game, because I'm sure even if this guy has done these things, I'm sure with the millions of players that this game has, there's most likely quite a lot, unfortunately, a lot of people, of bad people, you could say, who's playing this game. There may be people who have done even worse things. So we can never there unfortunately is a lot of bad people in this world, and even though this one got called out and stuff, there just wasn't enough evidence, and there's, I don't think, any way to definitely connect someone to their real life, because I could log into, I don't know, I could log into Manable and say that I was Manable, and like people, let's just, I would never like do that obviously, but let's say that I pretended to be him, like then people would if he had done something horrible with his account or in real life and stuff, and I would be connected to him, then I would have issues like the owner of Tswift, as an example. This is just a big example, a bad example, but you get my drift. Like, anyone can log into this account because, yeah, that's just how it is. If someone trusts with information, and then, yeah, it's just impossible to, without like having a proper identity check when creating an account, connecting it to either your social security if you're in the United States, or any sort of big identification, which no game really does. When you make an account, there's no way to definitely prove a real person to an account, regardless over how much regardless over how much proof there is. There's no way to 100% do it, and when there's no 100% method of doing it, at least legally, then there's just nothing that can be done, unfortunately. So yeah, that's how it works. But I don't know, man. Maybe I'm horribly wrong, but I'm just objective. Okay, I'm objective. I am no bias to any sides. I'm just a messenger. So sorry about that burp. But yeah, that kind of covers it. So I know that many people are not going to like this response, but I think that people should at least acknowledge that it's good that PLARIUM gave a response at all, because they could have chosen to ignore this, like I assume many other things they may have ignored over the years, you could say. So at least I gave a response, even though it was not a response people wanted. At least it was a response. So I'm just a messenger, and I think that I will be signing off now. Obviously, I don't. Like, many people have been asking me to contact PLARIUM about many things. Like, oh, you should ask them to buff the zero. And I actually only contact them in serious matters like this one. So to not make them be like, oh, why are you messaging us all the time? Why are you doing it? So if you guys have any if you guys have any additional information or something which you think that, like, it's just impossible to connect someone to a real person to their account regardless, without having like social security and stuff involved in the registration and stuff. So I'm not sure what can be done, unfortunately, no matter how many pictures and rtz streaming on Tswift and all that stuff, because it technically could be someone else's account. Nobody knows, or nobody can know without. Yeah, the law is a pain in the bee, to say the least. So yeah, that's about it. I will. Yeah, I'm just a messenger, objective messenger. Please don't hate me. I'm just a messenger. Okay, I've said that a million times now. So thank you guys so much for watching. I know it's not the response you wanted, but it is the one you got, and I have nothing to do with it. It's PLARIUM's official response. So that's about it. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye bye.